This video is going to have a look at using scatter plots and lines of best fit to be able to make predictions about values within the relationship. So scatter plots can be used to be able to make predictions about values within the relationship. The values can be predicted for both the x and y axes values or the independent and dependent variable within the relationship. The predictions are made using the line of best fit, and it's done by using the line to be able to estimate what x and y values are going to be at any given point in time. When we are making predictions, an important concept to understand is that of interpolation and extrapolation. So interpolation is going to be predicting values for a variable that fall within the data that we are already given. So this is predicting a value that we may not know, but we have other data values around it that we can use for our prediction. So having a look in our scatter plot, we can see that we've got values from here to here within the data set. So anywhere within that range, we can make a prediction that's going to be interpolation. If we are trying to predict a value from outside of that, so below 3 on our x-axis or above 14, then we are going to be using extrapolation. Now, extrapolation is predicting a value from outside of our given data range. We can do extrapolation and we can predict those values, but we need to be mindful of when we're using extrapolation, those values are going to be less reliable than if we were predicting values from within the data range. So we need to remember that there will be a question about reliability if we are using extrapolation to be able to predict data values. In addition to extrapolation, there are a couple of other factors that will impact on the reliability of our predictions. So if our data set is small, our predictions are going to be less reliable. So the larger the data set, the more reliable our predictions are going to be, because that's because if we've got a larger data set, then our relationship is going to be based on more data points, which makes it a stronger prediction of the relationship. Another factor impacting reliability of predictions is going to be the relationship or the strength of relationship. If the relationship is strong, then our predictions are going to be more reliable. The weaker the relationship, the less reliable the predictions are going to be. And the last factor that we discussed previously is the use of interpolation and extrapolation in making our predictions. So let's have a look at an example of how we can make some predictions using our scatterplot and lines of best fit. So in our example, we're given a scatterplot and we want to predict the value of y when x is 10 and predict the value of x when y is 10. So looking at the first one, we know that x is 10 and we want to work out what y is going to be. So on my scatter plot, I can move to, on my x-axis, move to x is equal to 10 and draw a line. And then once I hit the line of best fit, I want to draw the line back out to the y-axis. And I can see that when x is 10, y is going to equal to 35. So I can do the same thing for the second one, for predicting x when y is 10. This time I'm going to go my y-axis first, move up to y is equal to 10, and draw a line across to my line of best fit. Then once I've reached my line of best fit, drawing a line back down to my x-axis, and I can see that x is going to be equal to 27. So x is equal to 27. So using my line of best fit on my scatter plot, I can go ahead and make predictions for the value of variables shown.